Good afternoon, I'm Jacinta with 2NURFM Hunter News. A man has been sentenced to 12 years jail over a multi-million-dollar Hunter Valley horse stud fraud. The district court heard 54-year-old Rajesh Upadhyaya defrauded the Emirates Park stud from 2005 to 2010, producing sham invoices for hay and oats and writing more than a dozen cheques. He has been ordered to pay the stud $750,000 in compensation and will be eligible for release in 2023. The Hunter region will only be receiving a handful of new police officers under the latest round of allocations to local area commands. A total of 6 police officers have been assigned to the northern region, with only 3 officers remaining in the widespread Hunter area. Wallsend MP Sonia Hornery says it's disappointing that Newcastle suburbs missed out.
Unfortunately, we only have 3 in the wider Hunter area to be sent to our area, and that doesn't include any in the Newcastle area. Now, I have a few concerns about this. Response times in the western suburbs are not up to community standards, and the other concern is just a lack of police presence in the western suburbs.
Lake Macquarie will be getting a new flood warning system to help defend against major storms. Flood gauges and other measures are being installed to pinpoint the severity and timing of future floods, but there are concerns that without backup internet and mobile services, residents could still face hardship. Lake Macquarie Councillor Brian Adamthwaite says the April storm shone light on the old system's failings.
There's a series of new monitoring devices that actually measure the height of the water, and they're being positioned around the lake. And it's about $108,000 of additional monitoring devices that have been installed. The only problem that seems to have occurred with monitoring in general was during the last major storms in April.
Maitland could soon have its first intensive care unit, with construction on the private hospital set to start in the next 12 months. A development application for the ICU and 2 new operating theatres is in the works, but there are still concerns over the planned Lower Hunter Hospital at Metford. Maitland MP Jenny Aitchison says there has been no word on the issue.
My concern has been that obviously the private hospitals identified a need in the Maitland community, and yet we're not hearing from the government about what plans they're going to be making in terms of service delivery for our new hospital that's been promised for 5 years now.
Singleton Council is endorsing a Hunter Valley Wine and Tourism Alliance. The Interim Alliance Subcommittee has put forward a memorandum of understanding with aims to collaboratively promote and advance the local wine and tourism industries over the coming months. Mayor John Martin says it's a step in the right direction.
At our meeting in last week, our council unanimously approved of the alliance with the memorandum of understanding between the 2 councils, and I'm very pleased about it. It's a great move.
Sport for our sponsor, Warners Bay Sports Club, Fishing Expo, September 13.
Former Newcastle Knights players have weighed in on who they think should be the next head coach. A straw poll of former players whose careers spanned for the club's first 20 years showed former Dragons coach Nathan Brown to be the standout favourite. The Hunter is set to have 2 representative teams in a new Regional Bash 2020 cricket competition. The Newcastle Blasters and the Hunter Hitmen will be 2 of the 16 sides set to compete in the Bash. The on-again, off-again nature of this Newcastle Rugby League season is coming under scrutiny, with players and officials calling for changes. The board will meet next week to decide how next season should be run, including whether to go with 14 or 16 rounds. And in rugby, competition frontrunners the Hamilton Hawks are set to clash with the Waratahs tomorrow afternoon at Passmore Oval. That's sport. I'm Tyler Fardell.
2NURFM News Time is coming up to 12:10.